Uridge! It's Uridge! How many times do I have to tell you it's Uridge, not Uridge? Bloody place, it's not been the same since Yates he shuffled off after delivering his final hand finally. You know, he'd have helped me fill in the gaps with this, retirement video. Although I do remember he wasn't very good with phones unless they were made from what's that stuff called Bakelite. That's it, Bakelite. Anyway, it can't be helped. Never liked to be late, did John, so ended up leaving early. He did irony very well indeed. Write a proper script, he'd have said. Jot down some notes, don't busk it. I can almost hear his voice now, so I've scribbled a few recollections on this scrap of old paper to shut him up. Moody and Doyle, it says here, reminds me of the professionals. Or perhaps that was Bodie and Doyle. It's all a bit hazy, although I do know Moody and Doyle were very professional, very, very professional, yes, very professional. Now, where was I? Yes, Doyle, I'll start with comely wench, as I recall. Can you say that these days? It's not all black and white like telly used to be. Got to be careful not to use too much colour in your description. Yes, Doyle, very good at describing things, she was. Came across from radio, Radio WM. Now, what did the W and the M stand for? It'll come to me. Ah, yes, Wirral and Merseyside. That's it. Live a bird she was, keen on all things scouse and poetic too. Could quote Roger McGough better than most people could quote the parrot sketch from Monty Python. Now they say she's coming to live here. Well, whisper this, Lindsay, whisper this. But do you know, the place is run by Rupert Murdoch, the dirty digger, and there's nothing stronger than Sanatogen on the drinks trolley. Like to tipple, did Doyle, now I come to think of it. But if you've got one of these, you can probably sneak it past the nurses. Now, hang on, where was I? That's it. The other one, Moody. What? They say he was moody, but what's he got moody to be about? I mean, being a cameraman's not exactly the toughest job in the world, is it? I mean, in the old days, you had a cameraman, a sound recordist, a sparks, a director, a producer, a production assistant, and makeup. Yes, definitely there was makeup. Moody. I remember his father. He could have done with a bit of makeup himself, to be honest. Bearded fella. Looked like Karl Marx. Charlie, I think they called him. Clapped his hands like this whenever he arrived on a location. Only the good Lord knows why. But if anyone claps here, and there's not much to clap about at the setting sun retirement home, believe you and me, the only thing we hear is the echoes of the past fading to silence in the increasing emptiness of our minds. Now, where was I? Yes, Moody the younger. Nigel, wasn't it? Nigel, that's it. Well, Nigel, if I remember your name right, yes, it was Nigel, definitely. A word of warning from one old hack to another. Don't bring your camera with you. And I know it'll be a wrench, being so good at taking pictures and all that, but leave the camera behind. They've been banned here ever since the unfortunate incident when I snapped Betty Seaborn sporting nothing other than her incontinence pants and sent the prints off to page 3 when they finally came back from the chemist. Picture editor, name of Ian Bellion. Isn't it funny how some things come straight back to you like rewinding a U-matic tape? Or maybe it was Sea Lion rather than Bellion, because he had the bloody great whiskers like a walrus. Anyway, he said to me it was un-PC, and that in any case they weren't printing pictures of scantily clad women on page 3 anymore. I mean, whatever next? They'll be closing the News of the World, probably. Anyway, let's just refer to these notes one more time. Right, anyway, Lindsay and Nigel, the nurses here are very nice on the whole, and they tell me that you'll be arriving here on Monday morning, so we can all sit around the television together and gather round to watch that lovely nickoing on Central News. No, hang on a minute, I've got that muddled up again, haven't I? I mean Bob Warman, or maybe Midlands Today. Yeah, that's it, Midlands Today with Bob Owen, and Midlands tomorrow and Midlands the day after that, until there are no more days left in the world. Nurse! Nurse! Oh, I think I've shit myself again, love.